We blew up this channel to over 250,000 subscribers, generated over 7 million views, which helped the creator generate a 6-figure business all in just a year. Best of all, the channel actually started from zero. So in this video, we'll give you the blueprint of how to do exactly the same, which will allow you to grow your own channel and potentially get millions of views. Our story actually starts with a twist. You see, when our client reached out to us, he already had a channel with over 30,000 subscribers. So not a small audience at all. But we decided to scrap that and start all over again. Why, you may ask? Well, it's because every upload was struggling to break 1,000 views, and it was due to one problem. Now I want you to pay attention here to see if you can spot the problem that I'm talking about. Here are 4 videos from his first channel. Can you spot what's wrong here? Each video is addressing completely different topics, from a Mark Zuckerberg interview to tech reviews to AI chatbot tutorials and then branding strategy content. What this essentially does is it separates your audience into lots of different buckets, breaking them all up. Then when you upload a video, only one bucket might be interested in that video, leaving out the rest having no interest in that kind of content. This not only confuses your audience, but also the YouTube algorithm, because YouTube doesn't really know who to recommend your videos to. Now, seeing those 4 videos, some of you may have said the problem was packaging, meaning the title on the thumbnail, and you would also be correct. When running a successful YouTube channel, one thing that is incredibly important is keeping a consistent thumbnail style that can be instantly recognized by your audience. It's why trying so many different topics and content formats hurts a channel, because you have to flip between different types of packaging to make them work. So what exactly was the solution? Well, after speaking to our client, he was completely set on doing educational content around social media strategy. So with that intention set in stone, we decided to start a new channel. Step 2. The launch plan. Now, when starting a new YouTube channel, you can't just throw mud at the wall and expect millions of views straight away. To get the best start possible, first of all, you need to set the right expectations for yourself, and number 2, actually have a good strategy. So let's start with expectations. When starting a new channel, unless you've already got years of experience under your belt, it's very difficult to immediately get views. Things like camera presence, scripting, editing, sound design, lighting, and so much more take a while to learn and have an effect on the viewing experience of your channel. The unfair advantage of our client was the fact that he had experience in content creation and a fantastic camera presence. So a lot of the skills that he actually needed for content creation were already there, and some of those skills can take months or even years to master. Credibility, especially in the education space, is also a really important factor. So when it came to the content, we decided to lean in on the short form expertise that our client had. But one thing you have to understand if you are a new channel or a smaller channel starting out is you can't let a slow start stop you from making more content. When starting YouTube, the number one thing that kills new channels is lack of consistency or just simply giving up. So many people just stop making videos before they've even managed to build up any momentum at all. So to begin, we are actually doing 2 uploads per week to quickly build up a bank of high quality videos for the algorithm to really understand what the channel was about and therefore find the best audience for the content. But we didn't just upload any content. Part of what we do at 1 of 10 is find the best ideas for our clients to not only attract the right audience, but also get the highest amount of views possible. And we do that with outlier ideation. For those who don't know what an outlier is, it's simply a video that has overperformed for a big or a small channel, and they're kind of like the blueprint to go viral on YouTube. Now, before you skip, I'm sure many of you have heard about outlier ideation, but so many channels actually use it wrong. They end up studying a load of outliers, trying to apply that to their channel, and still end up with no views. So what's going on there? Well, let me reveal the step-by-step process that we use that actually gets views when it comes to outlier ideation. Number 1. When choosing outliers to base your content off, you'll ideally want to look at outliers that have done well fairly recently, around the last 6 months or so. Doing this ensures that the ideas or content formats you're working with are ones that people are currently interested in watching and haven't been done 1,000 times over by other creators over the years. If you're a smaller channel, understand that you're on a different playing field to the big channels out there. So ideally you want to be looking at outliers from smaller channels as well, say less than around 20,000 subscribers. This doesn't mean you can't capitalize on trends or big outlier topics, but just take note that an outlier from Alex Hormozi isn't a good indication that it will work for your channel as well. Number 3, once you have your outliers, you can do 2 things. Either copy them or remix them in some form for your own channel. Copying an outlier format would be simply taking the title or format and using it for your own context. such as the Simon Squibb format here, all you do is change the years and minutes and apply it to your own channel. Remixing, on the other hand, involves tweaking elements of the outlier to remix the idea for your own channel. Here with Callaway's content, who is our mystery client by the way, we use this outlier here to inform this idea that was also based off positive data inside Callaway's channel itself. So to summarize Callaway's launch plan, we started a new channel with the single intention of making videos on strategy for social media. We posted consistently twice a week to allow the algorithm to learn about the channel with no external traffic sources at all. Next was testing different formats based off of outliers to see what did best. And finally was to double down on wins. Step 3, the blow up. You see, the exciting thing about YouTube is when you set the perfect foundation for a channel to blow up, it's only a matter of time before it does. And for Callaway, it only took about a month. How to Become a Master Storyteller is now sitting at 1.8 million views, one of the highest viewed videos on storytelling on YouTube. Not only did this address a massive interest topic that had been growing over the past year, that is storytelling, but this video also built a valuable returning audience that we could use to build significant momentum for the channel. But here's the juice. This was the outlier that helped inspire Callaway's most viewed video. As you can see, outliers aren't just for stealing title or idea formats, but you can also use them to come up with your own thumbnail styles. And I just want to highlight your own thumbnail style here, because a lot of creators make the mistake of just doing exact clone copies of thumbnails that are already out there. This can work to some extent, but you're not really carving a space for yourself in your own niche or branding when it comes to thumbnails if you just copy everyone one to one. But there's an even bigger mistake that creators make, and it could be the difference between you having a successful YouTube career and just never breaking out of that small channel jail. So let's move on to step number 4, the winning formula. To explain this step, I want you to imagine a fisherman heading out to sea and trying to find the best spot for catching the biggest fish. He spends hours traveling across different areas, but finally hits a spot where not only does he get bites, but pulls in the biggest catch yet. Now imagine, instead of just staying there and continuing to catch big fish, he just sails off and goes to a different spot to start the process all over again. Unfortunately, this is what so many creators do with their own channels. They put in so much hard work into building and uploading videos into their channel, and the moment they get their break, which is their first big outlier, they just go back to normal and just upload videos as if nothing ever happened, don't change anything about their approach, and go back to where they were before. The fact is, if you get a big win, you have to double down on that big win. So let me show you how we did it for Callaway. The first big win we got was the master storytelling video. So the sensible thing to do would be to double down on storytelling, right? Well, yes, but we already had more content scheduled and more formats to test. So with the new loyal audience that had come through from the storytelling video, we continued using outlier ideation to test more video ideas. Now this approach did create a steady stream of views, but it wasn't long before it was time to double down on the storytelling outlier. But if you just made one of the best videos on storytelling on the platform, how do you make another one that is also gonna do well? Well, you change the angle slightly. From our hours of paying attention to outliers within YouTube education, we knew that the topic of hooks was really hot. So repeating the winning thumbnail format alongside remixing an outlier format for the title, we came up with this video: how to create irresistible hooks and blow up your content. And there goes another 500k views. Then a little bit further down the line, we did a slightly more niche storytelling video, but another easy 100k views there too. So now you're understanding how to double down on outliers. You probably guessed that we also doubled down on hooks when it did well too. And we did this across several other ideas and content formats too, and many of them worked. The craziest thing about this all is Callaway didn't only just manage to pull in millions of views, but he also managed to build a 6-figure business off all the attention that he was getting. So in step 5, let's find out how, because when it comes to business on YouTube, not all views are equal. Step 5, the sale. To build a successful business on YouTube, your content needs to do 2 things. Number 1, present a problem that your target customer is dealing with. Number 2, solve that problem with your paid service or product being part of the solution. With that in mind, do you remember the original action plan that we set out when it came to Callaway's channel? It was to target an audience solely interested in strategy and making better content for social media. So if he wanted to sell something, he would have to solve problems related to those things. And that is exactly what he did. Callaway developed an AI tool to help creators develop their ideas, scripts, hooks, and script writing. You can see the perfectly aligned outliers here as well. So when the hundreds of thousands to millions of views started rolling into his channel, it just funneled into a six-figure business. But despite everything you just learned in this video, I can tell you one thing. If Callaway didn't have the solid foundation that he did have, he wouldn't have been able to blow up as fast as he did. So if you want to set yourself up for the best foundation possible on YouTube, you want to click this video here.